Alright guys, hope it's not too sunny for you. Today I'm doing a slow cooker pot roast, and I'm using just under a kilo of brisket for this, but the meat comes in a minute. Vegetables, I've got all sorts here. Clove of garlic, I've got some chestnut button mushrooms, bit of Swede, couple of sticks of celery, couple of carrots, couple of parsnips, some shallots, beef stock cube, and I got a vegetable stock pot as well. 500 ml of stout, a bit of plain flour, salt and pepper, and that's for the beef in a minute, and so's the oil. But first off, I want to get the slow cooker on. I'm going to put it on high for now, just get it warm. And I don't like warming these up dry, so just a little splash of water in the bottom, just in case, you know what I mean. So vegetables, and what we're going to do, we're going to sort of lay the beef on some vegetables. So let's make a bit of room here, Steve, because it's a bit, I'll show you what that's for in a minute. Right, as always, nice sharp knife. Using my proper chef's knife for this one today. There we are. Don't need that at the moment. Right. Nothing fancy to this. Just going to top and tail the celery, just get rid of any hard bits. Unfortunately, it's not my own celery. But let's get the lid off that. Unfortunately, it's not my own celery, but I am having a go at this again this year. I'll do. I'm just going to put these in and get them going. Normally, I know when I'm doing a stew, I like to boil all the vegetables first to get them really hot, just to get them going. But with this one, it's going to take 8 hours anyway, so I'm not going to bother. And I've bought some carrots again because I've got some out the front garden, but they're little tiddlers, and it would just take too many to go in here, you know what I mean? Have you seen this? Jordan gave it me for Christmas. Isn't it fantastic? An apron. Diggy dishes up. Love it. But he worn it a few times. I haven't done many cooking videos, have I? And I did a poll the other day asking if people want me to do more cooking videos, and the overriding answer was, well, yes. Do a mix. I think it's about 80% said do a mix. So, right, parsnips. I don't think I need 2 parsnips. Yeah, we'll get them in there. Let's get the ends off again. I'm reaching a bit forward for this because I don't want to get the board too far back. That's a bit big, that one. So what we do, there we are. Nothing too precise with this, mind. You can do any big bits, little bits, doesn't matter. What I'm going to do, I'll spread these around a bit in a minute. A couple of mushrooms. These are pretty clean, but I'll just take some of the bases off. I like mushrooms in stews and roasts and pot roasts and all sorts. I love them. It's that different bit of texture in your mouth when you're eating, you know what I mean? Oh, one thing I forgot to mention, it's in my pocket. Bouquet garni, I'll put that in now. Right, a little bit of Swede. Oh, let's get the garlic in. Nothing fancy with the garlic, just squashed. I find if you cut them halfway through and then peel it off, the skin comes off quite easy, look. Let's smash it a bit more. There we are. That's a tough one, this. That's it, right, a little bit of Swede, I don't want much Swede, so yeah. Two slices, I reckon. Should we do it this way? Yeah. Bit awkward here, Steve-o, but too many vegetables, and it end up like a stew, isn't it? If you ever have trouble cutting a Swede, pop it in the microwave for a couple of minutes and it softens up a little bit. Doesn't cook it, it just softens it up a little bit. And you can either peel it first or just cut the bits off like this is what I do. There's one more ingredient missing, and that's potatoes. And what I'll do, I'll put the potatoes in. If I put them in, I may cook them separate. About 5 hours into cooking, because it's an 8-hour dish, this, mind. So, now is that everything, Steve? Yes. Let's get a lid on and get it warmed up. Onions. Wally. Lucky I saw them there, isn't it? What I'm going to do with these is some I'm going to leave quite big. In fact, the onions are shallots, aren't they? Some I'm going to leave quite big. Like half them, like that. And some I'm going to slice, because I like my onions or shallots in a variety of textures. I mean, some are going to dissolve, the larger bits will stay quite whole. So, let's get all these done. Oops. I reckon, no, yeah, I'll use them all. It's about the same as a couple of large onions, really, isn't it? Right, a couple of big ones. How much more? I'm going to get trouble getting the meat in. Right, now the stock pots for later on. Let's get rid of the rubbish. Okay, a little bit of oil on my griddle plate, on the induction hob, a little bit of seasoning as you turn it round. You can make up seasoned flour if you want, or just do it as you go around. Right, that'll do it. Like I said, this is very hot, so be careful. Put this, put that back in there a second. You can see that. Okay, now so that's the joint in, and the vegetables act like a trivet. Hold it off the bottom, see? Put the bouquet garni back in with the liquids. See, like I said, we got a beef stock cube. Squash it. A vegetable stock pot, which will get mixed around as it dissolves. In with the stout. Going to mix a tablespoon of flour in with the water. It won't mix very well, but it'll just help to thicken things up a bit later. And that's about 200 ml. 'Cause 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 There we are then, and we just lid on and back in a few hours to turn it down to low. Well, here we are then, guys. That's about 4.5 hours in now. Everything's reduced down quite well. Let's have a look quick. Mix things around a bit. Yeah, I'll tell you what, I'm going to taste that. Hang on. Yeah, nice. Maybe a little bit more salt later on. Now, will my potatoes fit in there? Will my potatoes fit in there? I think I'm going to do them separately. Right, guys, quick change of plan. I've decided to put some potatoes in. Enough for today's meal. So what I've done, I've cranked the bad boy back up to high. And I just put some in. This will cool it down quite a lot. And I'm not eating for another 4 or 5 hours yet, or 4 hours. So that'll be alright. And if they go a bit mushy, then it'll thicken the broth, thicken it up, won't it? Right. As you can see, most of the onions and stuff, celery, they've all reduced to virtually nothing, so yeah, that'll be good. Cool. I'll skim some of this fat off later on, but at the moment it's adding to the flavour. We're about 8 hours in now, so well, the best thing to do is to dish up, really, isn't it? Let's get some of these plates out the way. Ooh. I want to get the string off the joint. Oh, that looks good. I think that's all of it. Bits of string in our mouths, do we? Let's get rid of all this. Let's have I would do it on my chopping board, but it's a bit wet, if you know what I mean. God, it smells good. Okay then. Ooh. Dishing up, as they say. And this will go back in the pot in a minute and soak overnight for well, another meal. I'll probably end up shredding it actually. Well, there's a slow cooker with the meat removed. So the best thing to do now is to, well, get some in the bowl, really, isn't it? First thing to do is to rescue the bouquet garni tea bag. Right then. A bit of everything, I reckon. There's a fair old mix there. And what I'll do, I'll get a bit of the gravy as well. Gravy? Yeah, I suppose the right word, isn't it, really? Oh, look at that. Got lots of implements here. Right. Look at this. Meat first, I reckon. Soft as you like. Lovely. Oh, that's warm. The actual, well, the gravy, I call it. Very, very herby, very nice, very nice. Celery. Well, it's all lovely, guys. Oh. What we got here? A shallot and a bit of parsnip. Well, can't fault that. Not quite a stew, but very close. Let's get a small piece of potato. Where are we? Yeah, that's cooked through. I was a bit worried it wouldn't cook in time 3 hours, but well, there we are, guys. Slow cooker brisket pot roast sussed. Very nice. Well, I had the pot roast meal. It was lovely. And what I've done with the rest, I blitzed it, make it into a thick soup. I'll have one of these tomorrow, and I'll freeze the rest. Hope you enjoyed this one, guys. Hope to do a few more recipes. Look after yourselves. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.